First of all, where does he get his suits? Because they're pretty amazing. Regarding some more significant meat in the talk, it seems to me that the overall concept of guides that teach you how to use the internet might be used more by the group of people who also read through the user's guide on a new phone to learn how to do the basics. Similarly, to learn the basic skills needed to create an extra normal video, I chose the route of playing around with the options rather than following the how-to guide. Of course, this is not to say that there aren't times to use a manual, but, as a basic rule, I think today's society, as well as tomorrow's, is and will continue to be dominated by those who learn by doing. I find the concept of a technologically savvy population that needs a manual to accomplish the basics is pretty impossible for me to imagine. As we've discussed before, I do think that at least in part one's ability to learn, use, and grow with technology is affected by their use of technology growing up. For example, I don't know really anyone to speak of that's my age who would need to ask someone how to change one of their basic settings on Facebook. At the same time, I assume a greater portion of my parents' generation than mine, and an even greater part of my grandparents' generation lean towards the user manual or asking someone else methods of learning. Of course, this is certainly a generalization and does not mean that I don't expect there to be exceptions. I do have to agree with Rheingold that participation significantly affects your success in an activity. I take participation to mean actively engaging in something. Take again, for example, my grandparents' generation. From personal experience, I find that they ask me how to do this, that, or the other, watch me do it, and proceed to ask me next week how to do the same, or an extremely similar, activity. I think personally that there is no possibility of being an adept user of technology without a trial and error type learning or interaction process. And obviously having a background of basic knowledge of these technologies, which often exists because someone has had the opportunity to grow up with them, has an effect on how quickly you pick things up when using a similar tool in the future.